Welcome to Sell Your Books Saturday, day 27 of the 2-Minute Author Challenge. Hello, my name is Christopher D'Armani, and I help authors go from blank page to finished first draft to published book with ease. And today's quote comes from Demchak, book marketing copy expert. He says, "Build mental triggers into your book marketing copy. This gives you the ability to create positive emotional reactions in the minds of book buyers without feeling like you're manipulating them." So one of the things that authors often have a problem with is believing that selling our books is somehow a mortal sin. We didn't write the book for no reason. We wrote the book to help someone. And if we're unwilling to take the effort required to get that book into the hands of the person we're trying to help, we're doing ourselves a great disservice, but worse, we're doing them a great disservice because we have the answer they're looking for, but we're refusing to give it to them. That's just rude. I think it's probably a really great word for it. That's just downright rude. As Barry Baumgartner talks about, sales is service. So if I have the solution that you need, it's my duty to make sure that I make you aware of it. It's that simple. It really is. So I want to just move on to the next slide here. So let's define what a mental trigger is. As Casey talked about, it's a writing device that helps create a positive emotional response in our readers. And so that can take a number of different forms, a whole variety actually. I'm only going to cover a few of them in this today. But one of the positive emotional responses could be that they believe you, that they can hear your integrity, they can hear your sincerity in the words that you write. That helps build the trust in you that you actually are the person who can best help them. That's a great thing, right? And then if we can instill the feeling in our ideal reader that we're actually honestly and sincerely have their best interests at heart, that can only, again, engender positive emotional responses towards us. That's a good thing. And all of those things will help move them towards a buying decision. Because if they get to the place where they know, like, and trust us, and they understand that we have their best interests at heart, and they can tell by reading our book marketing copy that we do actually have the solution they're looking for, then, as I said, it's our duty to make sure that we can make that purchase decision as easy as possible for them. So one of the mental triggers you can use is specificity. Just be specific, especially when we're talking about numbers. So precision earns trust. It's just a funny thing in the brain. So the example I would like to use is, for me, a true statement is I've published over 45 books. But it's also a very general statement because over 45 could mean pretty much anything you want it to mean. Whereas when I say I have written and published 49 books so far, that's a very precise statement that engenders a little more confidence. It engenders a little more trust. Another trigger that we can use is reciprocity. Think about the last time you went to, I don't know, a restaurant or a mall or some facility, a shopping center, where there's a set of double doors. So you walk up and someone's behind you, so you pull the door open and you hold it open for them. What happens automatically? At that next set of doors, they want to open it for you. Because you've done kindness for them, they immediately and instinctively feel the desire and feel the need to do the same for you. When we're generous with a person, they just feel more generous towards us. That's how the human brain is wired, which is actually a really beautiful thing. One of the other ways we can build this reciprocity idea is by offering really great book bonuses for when they buy your book. So whatever the solution that you're talking about that you're offering in your book, let's say you offer a mini course on how to accomplish this that's valued at, I don't know, $97. So if you use that as a bonus for the person who buys your book, that $97 value for this mini course that you're giving them simply for purchasing your book makes buying the book really, really simple. Because $97 is a way higher price, a way higher value than the cost of your $10 or $15 or $20 book. So that extra value received really does make it, it outweighs that cost of that book, and it makes that buying decision so much simpler. Because generosity generates gratitude. And gratitude, as if you followed me for any length of time, you know I'm a really big fan of gratitude. I do my very best to live my days through gratitude, love, joy, compassion, and of course, courage. But when we approach our ideal reader with generosity, it's going to generate that sense of gratitude in them that we actually do have their best interests at heart, which is the whole point of writing the book in the first place, right? Another great mental trigger that we can use is storytelling, because the human brain is hardwired for story. This goes back to, when Neanderthal man was running around and he needed to communicate, where he found the buffalo herd so they could go back and get more food for their tribe. This sort of level of communication, this level of community, this level of the sense of belonging are hugely, hugely important for human beings. Even though in the physical security aspect of things is no longer as important as it was way back then, but psychologically, all of those things are still true today, and they're very they're big drivers of our action. So if we can use stories to get our point across in a way that resonates with people, we're going to be that much more likely to set off that mental trigger, and then it's like, wow, this person gets me because this person's actually been me, right? So you can do things like telling your own personal origin story, how you came to be doing whatever it is that you're doing, and how you came across this solution. Lots of ways to go around that. An example would be that an experience that taught you a specific principle or lesson. I'll use the example of this video. I'm taking a quote from someone who is credible and an expert in his field, and I'm helping share what that quote means in ways that we can implement it into our lives so we can become more productive, more effective salespeople for our own books. This is kind of that same thing, the same idea, right? Or it can be how you overcame a specific problem. So for me, I talk a lot about the fact that Successful Author Blueprint actually came out of my experience in 15 years in the movie industry, where I had very little time, and yet writing was really, really important to me. Because the demands of set life mean that you're working 16, 17 hours a day, travel time, all that kind of stuff. You're often working around the clock, so your schedule's getting completely out of whack. But because writing was so important to me, I had to find a way. I had to figure out how to make the time to write every single day in the midst of all of that insanity. And so that's how I came across the system that is now what I call Successful Author Blueprint. These personal stories can also reveal our credibility, our experience, and just give the reader that sense of this person is the expert that I actually want to learn from. All important things. So if you found any of that useful, and I really hope that you did, I would love it if you would like and share this video with your writing friends. And I would love for you to share in the comments what was the thing that resonated for you most. I would love to hear that. I would also love for you to connect with me on social media, and all of the links for all my social media accounts, you can find those at sleekbio.com/Christopher. And it's not too late. We've got one more day to go for the July giveaway for a copy of Publisher Rocket, a lifetime subscription to Publisher Rocket. So please go to ChristopherDiarmani.net/giveaway. You can sign up for the giveaway there. You can earn extra credits for extra entries into the contest as well. And if you want to learn, there's a little bit of information there about Publisher Rocket, and then there's also links to more detailed information if you want to learn a little more about it if you're not already familiar with the software. So with that, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. And I would love to hear in the comments what mental triggers you're going to be building into your book marketing copy to help resonate with your ideal readers. I would love to hear that. So with that, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day.